Okay, so all right, so yeah, under my own rules,
Now we're above the tables again.
I've got to do something.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Fi is wanted in several other
Oh
spaces.
no, you're only a
Take
couple
cover
minutes.
and shoot.
Oh, that's kind of perfect, actually, isn't it? I think I might have accidentally set that
Oh
up so
hell,
that
Lisa just
in the
stumbled
first
into
few
our
minutes
virtual
after an
realm.
event starts, it
Someone hold
says
their
you're too
hand,
late.
they look lost.
Oh no! Hey, Lisa,
Well,
Hello.
how are you doing?
good morning.
Yeah, not bad. Thanks. How
Yeah,
are you?
Zephy just teleported
pretty
in.
good. Pretty good.
Eileen just stumbled
Nice
into our
weather in the
virtual
UK out
realm.
here.
Siesta.
Someone hold
It
their
is
hand,
very
Yeah.
they
nice.
look
Yes,
lost.
it's
Everybody's
been
been at the bar or the
in the
pub, I guess.
20s. Even in
Oh,
the northeast, it's been in the 20s in the frozen north. So yeah, it was.
nice. And
Oh,
there's been
it's
an
nice.
increased solar activities now, so all the tech's gone haywire. Everybody's getting blue screens and GPS is all to crap and
Yeah,
Starlink's
we're supposed to
failing
be
and
getting
everybody's.
another. We're getting more lovely skies again tonight, apparently,
Oh, nice.
Oh my
according to
That's
the
something to look out for.
meteorological
Check it
bit
out.
of the BBC. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm
You can see
jealous
some
for
Did
the
lovely
you
very
lights.
did you
first
already
time
see it?
I'm not in a place where I could see it.
Oh, yeah. Saw it last night. It was beautiful. It was like a pink curtain,
Oh,
a shimmery curtain
Nice.
in the sky.
oh,
Virtual underscore
I
Lee
saw
is
Get a
your
nice
wanted
photos
in
time
and I'm
lapse.
several
just
other
like,
spaces.
oh, it looks
Take
so
cover and
gorgeous.
shoot.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know.
So,
Should I megaphone?
maybe for the stream. It's probably good for the stream.
Yeah.
So first things first. Before we kick off, uh, Shoseki's been naughty, so nobody talk to Shoseki in the corner. Okay.
This is
Very
a
lame.
Nobody
recreation
So
of the
puts
Blair Witch
Shoseki in the
Project.
corner.
nobody puts Shoseki in the corner. uh, no, but in all seriousness, maybe a little bit later on, we can all just go up
I need to
and
get a,
push
I need
Shoseki
to get a
out the back,
screenshot of this.
Toast saw
down,
we arrived.
down into the
Hey.
middle of the void. Howdy.
There we go. Beautiful.
How are you doing, guys?
Doing great. How about you?
Cool. I am new at Banter.
Welcome
Tables?
to
I understand.
Banter. This is Tech Waffle.
Ooh.
We waffle about
Tables
tech,
are
so feel free to waffle with us.
yeah.
This kind of
We
gets
talk about waffle
and what?
makers and panini makers and
Toasties.
toasty makers, and that's it. That's all we talk about. So, what's everybody's weekly update on their toasty maker slash waffle maker? Zeffy, any updates?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like toast, pastry. The toaster pastries are better
Perfect.
than the Pop Tarts, right? Like
Perfect.
Pop
Somebody
they're
write
tarts.
that
better.
down. Pastry over Pop Tart. That is the that's the tone
Pop
set for
tart.
the evening, if you ask me. Right?
Pop
How are
tart
we gonna
pastries.
the
Pastry
pastry based
wraps.
Pop Tarts? That's what we
Yeah,
want,
yeah.
right?
And
Flaky pastry Pop
you know
Tarts.
the sugar that goes on top. The what you can put a lot of it on or a little bit. You want to put a lot on though, right? Mm.
Yes.
And it melts.
So
It's like it all falls in the plate, and you're like, oh, it's on the plate. It's like man, it's like the. Anyways, okay.
so this purple stuff that comes out of the bottom of the table?
Sebek's winning.
I don't want to say anything, but I'm pretty sure Sebek is drinking it.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Tasty.
Yeah.
Someone you don't know has glitched into
Is
the
that
matrix.
recorded?
It's live streamed. Welcome.
Live.
Say hello to everybody live from
Hello.
New York. New York.
Saturday Night Live.
2 viewers. You.
Oh,
Oh
that's amazing.
God. Just wave out one of these windows in the roof. They're looking in the windows at us.
Really?
Yeah,
I
Aliens.
don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Aliens.
that's fair. Well, they could be.
Well,
The camera moves around, so at any point it could be
Really?
out there. That's it. Yeah. Ugh. Nobody likes
So,
that.
Thanks, Ziggy.
Corporate.
why is this room is live
I have
streamed?
secret. I have
What's
secret
the
Because we
point
waffle
of
about
it?
now.
tech. This is
Yeah, we
get
get
really
together, we have a
serious.
conversation about technology. It's one of those events. It's just like a group chat where myself and Bob,
Yeah,
Cool.
maybe
it kind
present
of
some
I try to
topics.
keep it on rails, but it always goes off the rails, and
It does. I try
but
to
it's always
take
a
it
good
off the rails.
it's a good
So it's a
discussion
it's
either
a
way.
back and forth we've got going here.
Yeah.
Did I interrupt
I'm there
you
kind of just
with
yeah,
anything?
come on.
What was the topic
No.
of your conversation before I get in?
Well, actually, that's
We
a
just
good
started.
point because we just started. We haven't really decided. Maybe we were talking a little bit about the aurora borealis and
Yes.
the impact
Oh, okay.
of that on technology in the last couple of days. Right? We usually like to talk about current events. Whatever's going on generally in tech at the minute.
I see.
Uh,
I am in the tech industry as well.
Beautiful.
oh yeah.
You've got some hot takes then. We'll
So slide.
we
Ark
asked for
says
hot
hi
takes.
to the
Ark.
YouTube.
Ooh.
Hello, Ark.
So
Hi, Ark.
Oh,
Hi, Ark.
This is a 15-second delay after you said it, I'm sure, but great to see you.
Oh,
Oh no.
it's
It
gonna be an
does.
interactive show as well now. This is great. It's all going
Yeah,
multi-dimensional. Love it.
cleaning the house. That's a good topic. Not necessarily something that's
Yes.
going on this
I
week, but
guess
how
you
many
could
people have got
kind of lay it in,
robot
right?
hoovers?
I'm interested to hear actually. How
Yay!
many of you have got
We
one,
talk about
right?
robot
'Cause-
hoovers?
Robot hoovers are the best.
okay,
Nice.
We do
who have
that.
you got one then,
And
Lisa? Right? I take it you've got
yeah,
one. Let me get you on the
yeah.
megaphone. What have you got? Go on, give us what you've got. Give us your sales
It's a
pitch
it's
right
a
now.
Prosenic home. I've had a Roomba, but it died eventually, and then I bought a Prosenic because it was cheap. But it does the same thing. It you can program it. I have it programmed so
Mhm.
at night when I'm in bed, it vacuums downstairs and then goes back to its little charging dock and charges itself up, and then I get up in the morning and my floors are clean.
Beautiful.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
then
Mhm.
once it gets a firmware update when you're sleeping, gets a firmware update when you're sleeping, and then it goes.
Yeah, maybe we
Sorry,
just
I
don't have
started- sorry,
the
I
good
didn't-
one.
Oh
What?
no.
It's going to start talking in tongues.
Yeah.
I know.
He's going to be
I know
born
Roomba.
again in the
Okay,
middle of the night.
I,
Your,
I don't know if the
your
live stream
robot
can
hoover.
hear Shizeki, but okay, I don't know if I should repeat that. I'm not going to repeat it.
What did he? What did he say? What did he say? He takes that.
Not
He
gonna
takes
repeat
liberties
it.
there. I tell you.
I think Shizeki's taking advantage of the fact that nobody can hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
he's trying to inject
Happy days.
stuff into the
So
conversation. I like
here's
it.
a funny thing about Hoovers, right? One of our members of staff and one of my friends, Brian, he's got a robot Hoover at his place, and
This is a good
he
story.
he can program it, right. He's took this whole thing apart basically on a software level and has got right in there, and he found a nice massive long list of just words with a dot whatever file on it, whatever format it was. So I was like, okay, why not, give me the list and I'll say every single word on this list. There's about 200 almost. So I spent most of the afternoon one day uh, doing recordings, re-recording some of them, repeating it, and then now
Helen
Brian
is
has
too
got
late.
a Hoover at his place that's a robot that is me basically. So it'll go around and I'm basically talking to this person, and I'll say, "Hello, cleaning started, returning home," and then when I get stuck as well, I did like a shouting noise. It was like a ah, and then so he'll hear me shout. It's great. I highly recommend doing it. Get somebody in your life just to put their voice in there, and then you've got them. There's like a little pseudo being there. It's crazy. I want to meet my own robot in the future. I need to go over to
Eileen
there
decided to
and meet
join
this
us in the
thing because
simulation.
I've seen some videos and it's beautiful. But yeah, it's I just thought I'd share that with you. It's a great topic there, robot hoovers, and yeah,
Really good one.
yeah,
Thanks for that, Ark.
nice.
Really, really good one.
It's
I've got a
it's
bunch of funny
amazing to
stories.
see it.
It
Because
needs
he'll
I'm
be
sure
like,
Aline
Bob,
does
what are you
too.
doing there on my stairs? Bob, don't fall off the stairs, Bob.
Yep. There's like ones for if it detects that there's like a steep thing and it's like a shrieking noise or oh my god or whatever. I've done loads of them. I can't even remember names, but it's I've done loads. It's funny,
Oh no.
but yeah.
Imagine a
Jesus.
drone
Brilliant.
dusting. It's just like flying around just dusting a drone. Like, you know.
Steffi, I gotta commend you on your sound effects tonight. They are.
Shane,
Mwah.
Cool. Thanks.
What's up?
is your hat that really small IRL?
Yeah, yeah, it totally is. Yeah, is
Real life.
I see.
that okay?
Yeah, just wondered.
It's dense.
Look at these hands.
It's dense like bread. That's what it is. That's why it's so small. It's just denser.
Here's me thinking, no, it's dense like a neutron star.
Oh,
No,
yes.
it's
Why
bread.
don't
No,
we?
bread.
Why don't we
Bread.
have any mirror or
Real
something?
thick
I want to
soda
see
bread.
my avatar.
So we're still under the toasty topic then.
Shane,
There's mirrors in a couple of spaces or selfie cams. I'm not sure if we have one in here.
I
Let
don't know
me
if there's
let
not
me
one
check
in this one.
backstage.
okay, I'm coming with you.
And there's nothing there. Oh boy.
Oh,
It's
If
farther.
you keep
just
walking
gotta
though,
walk a little
you'll
farther.
see
that
you'll
that
see the meaning of life.
yeah.
Okay, so
that's a deep
I have
space.
a story that involves a Roomba and poop. Who wants to hear that?
Oh,
That
no.
doesn't sound like
I
it
know
goes
what
well.
this is gonna be about.
I can tell
Sounds like kind
Marmo
of
if he
a
wants
shitty
to hear that story.
Something you throw out.
Honestly, listen. Okay. Right before I get into it, it is as bad as you can imagine.
Spread it.
Okay.
Spread it all
Oh,
over the
no.
I
floor.
have
So-
one too,
Spread it
some
all
of
over
them
the
probably.
floor.
I can't imagine
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No,
Oh
no,
boy.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, that's as bad as
I
it
don't know.
sounds.
Maybe I'll defer to Aline instead of my poop story, but I will say that I dismantled that robot and I cleaned poop
Yeah,
out of everything.
Oh.
I mean, everything. And I will also say the dog did not consent. The dog was as upset as I was. We were both upset. No, it wasn't my poop. It wasn't my poop.
Oh, no.
You should have
boy.
went Office Space on it, like what,
Wait,
like
what's
Max
this?
has seen.
My
Yeah.
robots
Space.
must not be as smart as you guys. They get stuck under the
Sarumi
kitchen
just
chairs and
stumbled
stuff,
into
and I
our
gotta help
virtual
it.
realm. Someone
Right.
hold
not-
their
Yeah,
hand.
It
They
doesn't
look
do
lost.
like it. I feel like it should. It doesn't like go behind the couch. It just
I have
gives
too much
up and
stuff
goes
on the
back
floor.
home.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Do you-
done. I'm going home.
What's interesting is iRobot, as far as I know, creates
The movie?
military equipment, military robots, all that kind of stuff. And they've been building that for years before they got into the consumer space. So when they actually made the consumer robots, there was all these extra bells and whistles and unnecessary stuff that just honestly didn't even need to be there for the most part. It was just a spillover from all of the tech they had built in this, highly expensive military function. But, even the earliest ones had an incredible number of sensors on them, and I reverse engineered one of the early ones, and yeah, there was like once you got into it, there was this specification. They actually released documentation eventually because so many people were hacking it, and eventually there's a maker Roomba that doesn't have the Hoover functions and just has sections you can install your own extra, your own extra boards that do different things, whatever, microcontrollers, that kind of thing. Uh, but this thing was great. It had a serial port
Very,
you could
very
hook
nice
in,
has
and then
joined the
there was like
space.
3 or 4 ways to do everything that the device could do. Like if I wanted to control the wheels to make it drive, I could do it by voltage, I could do it by speed, I could do it by specifying a distance I wanted it to travel. I could set out like so many different
That would
things
be
that you
cool.
could do with it. And a lot of it was just underutilized, right? It was just stuff that was there that was probably cheaper to just throw in but never use. So, like even the sound system that it had for just making like it didn't have. Well, I think there actually was voice sounds that would come out of it, but it also just had this system where it would make like a tone, "Bee-doo" or something like that, something very simple. It was a full piano's worth of notes that it supported, and you could upload songs into it. And I had mine going around playing Mario as it was cleaning and stuff like that through this little
Divine
thing.
Slayer
It was
420 is too
crazy,
late.
way, way beyond the doo-doo that they built it for, or that they used it for, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I definitely found that really interesting. Roombas are really interesting devices to reverse engineer, and with mine, I tapped into the battery so that I could power a Raspberry Pi, which would sit on
Nice.
top along with a camera, a little wide field of view camera. It had its own broadcast, its own Wi-Fi network, and I could just connect to it from my phone. A little app I had. I'd have a video feed, and I could drive the drone around or drive the Roomba around.
That's what I was
And
about to say. It's a drone on the floor.
I
yeah,
remember you.
and I
I
could
think
control
you
all the
streamed that
cleaning
to me once.
functions. I would send it back to the thing to charge, and it would just everything was powered from its own battery. So it was just this permanent little
Pro outside decided
yeah,
to join us
hoovering
in the
drone, I guess,
simulation.
that I had
I have a fun fact about
that I had control
iRobot.
over. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, so you know how that's what it's called. That's the brand, right? iRobot. Well, the movie
Yes.
that's not that good with Will Smith. You know that it's based off of
Yes.
something that's actually really good, which is the Three Laws of Robotics, a short story
Yes.
came out in 1942 by Isaac Asimov.
Yes.
And it has the three laws of robotics, and the only way it can work to not be detrimental to humanity. So do you know what the three laws are? You remember?
I don't know if I know exactly. It's like you can't harm a human. You must always obey a human as long as it doesn't break rule 1. And you must never harm yourself or another. You must protect yourself unless that breaks rule 2 or rule 1. Is that generally it?
That's it. Yep, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
well,
what a
we
lot
need
of
to adopt
people
those rules.
forget is that Isaac Asimov also wrote a load of other stuff debunking those rules and how they wouldn't actually work. But everyone forgets about that because they think it's cool to make a movie out of it.
That's even a funner fact. Oh, nice.
You guys see Boston Dynamics new video?
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
The new
Sparkles.
biped robot,
Scary stuff,
Atlas,
right?
Atlas 2.0.
Yeah.
That one.
So if you've not seen
Sparkles.
this already, guys, go on, Sebek, explain. Go on, get on the megaphone.
So yeah, they made the dog, like the like yellow dog, actually look like a dog kinda.
Oh, I saw that.
And then they made a video of it dancing. Yeah.
It's very convincing.
Sparkles.
It's super
It's
convincing.
not convincing. It's just
Well,
it just looks
first
weird.
First few
Yes,
seconds.
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like
This
an
isn't the
animatronic.
humanoid one then. Is this different?
No. That's what I thought.
I've
That's
seen.
what I thought. As
No,
well.
no,
We
it's
were
a
talking about
it's
the new.
yeah.
New
no,
one. Oh boy.
was
Okay.
no, I
well,
was
I'm
talking
in,
about
I'm
Sparkles.
out of the know. Interesting.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
humanoid
it
one.
was
Has
12
anybody
days
seen
ago,
that?
yeah.
The thing that's like lying on
Yes.
the ground initially, the start of the video, and
Yeah.
then it does
Yeah.
some
The
sort of
legs
fucking
just come
contortionist,
around.
Yeah.
fucking crazy
Yes.
shit, and
Yeah.
it doesn't turn around.
Just
It
rolls,
just
No.
rolls its
inverts
arms
its own
backwards.
legs backwards and then
Yeah.
slowly
And then
rotates
turns
its
its
body
head and then just
on the
flicks
way.
its
Well, I guess
hands.
watching it on the phone.
That
Yeah,
one's really
no. I was talking
intimidating.
about the dog. They made a video of a blue dog, like
Yes,
they just
I
put
remember
like
that.
fur on the robot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those robots are crazy. I've got a mini version of one of those at home, and we've
I hope.
done
Well,
done
we're
mad
looking
shit
for
with
you to
it.
get
Mini
into that.
version. Oh,
We-
that's like
we-
like
yeah.
that Black Mirror episode. Those little like things that chase the person. You know those things?
Well, it's literally. Oh, my controller's died. It's literally a quadruped. It is a Unitree Pro 1 or something like that.
Triffid is
And,
here to
It's
kiss
insane.
snowy
yeah,
butt
I mean,
cheeks.
we honestly, I've never really had much time to play with it as much as I would like to, but we've just sat there running it around and trying to grab its legs and trying to, fuck it up a little
pull
bit
it on
while
its
it's
leg,
trying to walk
and
and stuff,
Shane would
and
pull it
trying to
backwards,
get
and I
it
would
to
be
figure out how to
wrangling it around.
exist in a world where people are
That's
constantly
so
pulling
cool.
at your legs, and it would do it.
But
It would figure it
yeah,
out.
it would correct itself on real
It's like,
time.
"Hey, stop."
It's insane.
Yeah,
Once you
that's
see a
what it does.
robot,
Wow.
like electrical stuff, working on this level in real time, your mind is just blown. And what's even crazier, right? There's a stairs mode. So when it
Oh,
goes into
walking
stairs mode,
Yes.
it kind of goes into a little trot. So then you get it up to the stairs, and then it'll get it ready. So each trot is kind of probing for the stairs. So the
Slinkies
second
have
it
come a
detects
long
the
way.
step, it will stop its paw moving and then just trot a little lower on that one foot. And then if you move forward, it will bring that other leg up to the same
Wow.
position because it already knows as a reference point. And it'll trot up
Right.
the stairs like trot, trot, trot. And it's just mind blowing. And you can even grab the back legs as it's going up the stairs and it will auto correct itself.
How many
It'll
cameras
stagger
does it have
forward,
on it?
trying to get grip. And it's you're like, this
Fucking
is what
stereo
real dogs
cameras
do.
in every direction.
It's
Yeah,
just
It's got
mad.
5 computers worth. side of it.
Yeah, it would have
It's got its own internal LAN for networking between its own internal
yeah.
computers. It's
Damn.
Like tech
It's
is getting
fucked up.
crazy now, guys. It is really crazy, and you can
old
plug in
school.
whatever you like.
it is already old
Outdated.
school. Yes.
No, have
Although
you
I keep
seen?
seeing videos of it, like with the
Yeah, this is
recent one,
old
it had a
now.
flamethrower, and it was also the same one
Oh.
that the Russians put a rocket launcher onto. Though we don't talk about that.
Have you seen
Well, you could
the
put
one
lasers on
where
sharks
they?
and put a rocket launcher on a drone, right? That's a Austin Powers reference.
Yes, yes.
Lasers.
Freaking
Have,
lasers.
Yeah. Like
have you
lasers
seen the robot dog
Laser
they just
beam.
trained with a large language model to balance on a yoga ball?
No,
No,
that
that
doesn't surprise me.
sounds
That's
That
crazy.
just that sounds
crazy.
funny, but that's absolutely crazy because actually
Yeah.
Boston Dynamic tried this task for I think 6 years. They tried to train this, and then someone just took Meta's Llama 2 model and just went into a simulation and just used the large language model to train the robot just balancing on a yoga ball, and not just balancing, also walking on it. So like the Star Wars robot from the newer movies, just that it's
Crazy.
a
Yes.
robot dog walking on
A
top of a
BB-8.
wobbly ball.
Yes.
Yeah, but just
Oh,
crazy
God.
That's
that they didn't had any field tests. It was all just in simulation, and then just threw in the trained model
That's
onto the
true.
robot, and it was first try working.
Wow.
Mm.
AI. Oh,
First, I thought a lot.
Did anybody?
Minor. When
This is probably, I think, several weeks old now at this point. But did anybody see the OpenAI robot?
no.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
The
what's the
one
name of the
from
company?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's another company that they've partnered with that's actually
Figure?
doing. What's that?
Is it bigger?
Figure.
I think so.
Right.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. This thing's crazy. Like in terms of having an understanding of everything around it, being able to reason with that, and then just determine something to do. Like they just have this video where it's literally just like this is obviously what robots are going to be doing for us first, but they're always going to be like washing our dishes, right? That's what everybody, screw walking on balls. That's all they want
Interesting.
is to get them to
Why
wash our
do we
dishes.
need robots washing the dishes when
Fold
we
some
have
clothes.
dishwashers already?
Because it's basically like it's like a futuristic version of an ad from the 50s where somehow that's the world's hardest problem and that's what we need to solve. That's all everybody wants. It's like yeah,
Just
but
automatic
I guess if
dishwashing.
you're using
Yeah,
less
you don't leave
machines,
your
right,
dishes
than
around
appliances, you
places
just
that
got.
they shouldn't be.
Sorry,
You don't
Sophie.
leave your dishes around. Oh, okay.
exactly. He was
Oh,
able to
I got you.
Doing my
recognize that.
clothes would be a
Yeah.
better thing.
Well, this is the
They
thing,
never
right? So there was
stop.
very complex assessment of a surface, the objects that were on it, how to pick those objects up with one or two hands, and then literally put them into a dish dryer rack that was beside it, right? Line
Yeah.
them all up, flip them upside down, all that kind of stuff. I mean, we saw the Tesla robot was also showing how to fold clothes. So clearly, that's all we want them for is just chores at home,
Yeah.
right? As people are all at home going, God damn, I need a fucking Tesla robot.
Chores don't seem bad unless
Yeah,
they build up.
for sure.
To me. If
Yeah.
doing some little bit of this, that, whatever's fine. It's like once you like a couple of days.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
But what
That's
if it
when it
turns
goes.
to you and
Guess it could be
says, "What is my purpose?" And you say,
Yeah.
"You wash clothes," and it's like,
It could be
"Oh
good
my
for
god!"
like elderly people for company as well, and also assistants, like always there. I think that's what
Yeah.
this stuff's going to be big for.
I mean, I don't know.
Having someone on
I
hand.
don't know. Did any of you guys see the end of iRobot? Those
Oh boy.
rules didn't work out. I think Lisa's
Yeah, well,
point
you've got
is
to make sure that
basically ringing
it's
true.
locked in. Yes, yes. You
A
don't
curfew
want.
is in effect. They have to protect us from ourselves. That's the flaw in the
Mm.
end, isn't it? That's how the rules
Yeah,
break
yeah,
down.
that's
They
what it is.
determine they
It's
need to
Yeah.
protect us from
Terminator.
ourselves.
They were helping humanity.
Yep.
He was not going
Yes.
to or something like that. Something like wow. What a
Oh god.
I guess.
We totally brushed
That's
over
true.
the
That's a
robot
robot.
Hoover conversation. I know Aline has got
Yeah,
some
you
data.
didn't do
You
the.
want to talk about robot Hoovers, Aline?
Ah, I destroyed them.
Yeah, I don't. I
There you
almost
go.
brought up one that we don't use.
There you go.
No,
On
no, I tried
purpose
once to
or
fix one and it didn't went very well.
Oh no, what happened?
It just
What
never
what, what
turned
broke?
on again.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Shorted
um,
something maybe. That's a
Probably by
pain.
design. There's like some, you try and fix it, fuse in there. You're gonna short something out, and that's it.
no,
So
no,
Yeah.
but
some
yeah, don't
warranty
get me
void
started
crap.
because they are just so incredible dumb. Even if you have, oh, all the smart features and oh wow, this one has AI in it. It learns how your house is built and improves over time. The only thing that improved was his stupidity. It just got worse and worse and worse. It got stuck on so stupid things all the time.
I feel the same way
oh
about
man.
I actually
Yeah,
had to
the
play
problem with
some.
the learning one is like you move a chair and all of a sudden it has to relearn the whole room again. Like it's not a
That's
it's
how
not
I
a
feel
good
about my
AI.
smartphone. It's like, why is it called a smartphone? It doesn't understand me whenever I use talk
Yeah.
to text half the time.
That's
It makes
true.
me sound like
It's
a
actually
crazy person.
it's actually funny that we still call them smartphones if you think about it, because that's from an era where phones were basically like fucking toasters. They were that
text.
dumb, and you know, it's nearly probably 20
just a
years
phone
ago
book.
now, and we're still calling this one smart and not just, well, that's phones now. That's, the minimum.
it. Yeah.
Genius phone.
You can't even get the old. Well, I mean, you can get some of the old ones, right? But it's more nostalgia thing, I think, than actually wanting to sell them.
All backup phones.
Oh, I don't
I've
know.
got a
If my
few.
dad could
Yeah.
go back to his 3310, he would.
They
He
are bringing
hates
back the
having a
3310.
smartphone.
Yeah.
I saw somebody who's
Yeah.
bringing back the 3310 recently. I saw there was somebody who's rebuilding or reconditioning old 3310s to re-warranty them as new devices.
Yeah, that would make my dad
What's
very
that? A
happy. It's an
3310?
old Nokia
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah,
Oh
very, very
boy.
popular Nokia
They were cool.
What about the N?
in the early days.
N95? Remember that one? N95.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Or the
One of my
N-Gauge.
favorites. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, my dad loved his flip phone. He did not
The
want to
N-Gauge was
upgrade.
lost in time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
is it a
love that.
phone? Is it a game device? Is
I
it a
installed all of those games
smartphone?
onto
It has
different
like
Nokias
none
that
of those
didn't even
things.
support it,
Sonic game too.
apparently. But it
Has
just
a
worked. You
game.
just
was
put the games on it. They just ran.
it was just way ahead of its time. People
Yes.
weren't ready for
I
this
think
yet.
so. Yeah.
No,
It was
that's
great. I
right.
played Red Faction on my phone. I was blown away. I was like, I'm playing this game that was on the PlayStation on my phone. I was just like,
PSP.
multiplayer
Yeah.
as well with my friends. I was like, why aren't people hyped for this? This is great. Tony Hawk's playing Tony Hawk's at school on my phone. Blown away.
Because it looked like a taco.
Ah,
Yeah,
but
exactly. Futuristic taco.
it was crazy. It was so ahead of its time. The whole phone was. Yeah.
Wow, we're jumping from topic to topic real fast here. I like that. Let's
Yeah.
go. He wants an AI robot to clean his house, his wife, and him. That's interesting.
Specifications funny.
I think
The robot will clean him, his house, his wife, and his house.
and his wife.
That is honestly, that's where we're headed.
I mean, if you have a Japanese toilet, it's kind of a robot that cleans you.
Yeah, that's right.
They're getting smarter as well now. They've got all kinds of
Yeah.
sensors on, making sure you're clean.
I know about those.
I don't know if you guys saw the article where Google's opening up a standard where the robots would be able to write their own code so that they would be able to go ahead and be out there
Skynet.
and do its own.
No.
I know. Exactly. Where
no.
that
This is
what they
based
told us
on
all the
humans'
time.
requests, they could go do their own. It's scary.
Yeah.
But it was
It is.
actually from Google. It's an interesting read. Yep.
I mean, I guess
Stack
to
Overflow
some
banning it
degree,
as well, aren't they?
they are writing their own code,
GPT
but
generated.
Yeah.
something that can, enhance its own understanding by adding new stuff. I
Write
guess
its
they've
own
been sort of playing with that
drivers,
for a while now in the
You need
background,
to
right?
make sure it's good though. and checked and
There's a
solid.
game called Detroit Become Human, which is very, very, very like topic, like about like it has is almost what this is about. Like
Interesting.
they rise up against not cleaning and stuff, and they're like, "Yo, we're not doing this anymore." They come together.
But you know,
Literally
behind the
is that.
scenes, though, right? They've got a
We're
black
not
box
cleaning.
that's totally isolated. They've got their models there, and they're letting it train itself constantly and seeing what the hell happens. They're just checking it. You know, they've got a lot of these black
I
boxes
recommend
there.
it. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
actually
check that game
kind
out.
of
Been seeing it
relevant.
for
So
a while now. It's quite
a
an old
hot
one, though,
take
isn't it?
from the audience. We haven't done that for a while,
Oh
right?
boy. Yes.
Sarumi, what's your thoughts? You've been quiet up until now. Tell us what you think about the Aurora Borealis or robot vacuums or what else have we talked about?
Robot dogs.
Aurora Borealis.
Robot
I'm
dogs.
gutted that I missed it, and everyone was posting pictures on my timeline of it, and
You might get
I
to
was
see it
interested.
You
tonight.
get another chance tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Oh.
lots of that lots of posts about it. Another chance. and stuff.
PK,
Wow,
L
The
Ball
look,
is
the
life,
robot
Aurora
has
thing,
joined the
I
space.
had
in a
like
span of a month.
I got like a version of the Roomba, but it's kind of been like gathering dust. I used it for a
Oh.
little bit, and
ironic.
it was cute because it felt like I had it felt like I had another pet for a while. But then
Yeah.
I actually got 2 pets, and it kind of got relegated under the desk. So
See, what you're
You know,
supposed to
do
do
the
is get
batteries
the
on
other pet
them.
to sit on it and
yeah,
go
yeah,
around.
like
Surf around on it.
I think
Just
they
do,
both
you know,
look
do the
just
batteries on
classic.
them just die quickly? Like they just degrade very
I
fast.
don't like to be
You-
fair, it
Yeah,
would
I
last
had a
quite a
similar
while in
experience.
my flat. It was quite good. Mine was the LD version of it, because yeah, it was quite good though. That's my
Aldi
hot
doing
take.
their own robot hoovers. That's crazy.
Yeah, or it might have been Lidl. I can't remember. One
What
or
have we
the other.
got to
But
now?
it was it was pretty good, and it was like if it would bump into things, it would just like.
Oh, okay. It just bumps
Nice.
around and
Have you seen
randomly
Michael
That's
Reed's
hoovers.
sound effect.
Roomba?
No.
Have to
Oh
Yeah,
no.
admit,
he made
mine's
it
quite
like
good. You
he
can get a
made it like
little.
super fast and slam into walls and stuff like that. He just
My
completely
prosthetic one
rebuilt it.
comes with an app
It does.
on
I
your
don't think it
phone, and
even
you get like a screen
vacuums
up, and you
anymore.
can. There's a little red line, and you can see where in the room it's been, and it remembers, and so every time it runs, it learns, and it covers more. It's like a blue square, and eventually the whole idea is it's all red because it's been everywhere.
It's been there, yeah.
Mm.
Got a
It's
reference.
quite cool. You can
Yeah.
watch it in real time, moving
That's cool.
around on this
What
little
else will it
track
learn
thing.
over time? Who
Yes.
knows?
You should put googly eyes on it and give it a name
Googly
so
eyes.
that you can
Googly eyes
talk
on
down to it.
Yeah,
Or little
yeah.
springy eyes, you know, eyes on
Jeffrey.
springs,
Yeah.
just kind of
Looks like a
bouncing around.
Jeffrey.
There is a lot of them just do like a random pattern, and over time, that pattern will eventually cover the entire surface of the room. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the early Roombas that had less of the smart stuff, but just had like basic
Yeah, that's like
analog
my
sensors and stuff, they would just
Fly
go.
like
Yeah.
And if you had a line that would show it, eventually it would just be like, okay, by random, like those DVD logos that bounce around the screen, it eventually goes everywhere. But yeah, it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the newer ones are much cooler. They basically map out your room like a Quest 3 and figure out what the hell's going on from there. I mean, some of them are really cool because they've got the big bin, right? So it's like you don't need to think about it for a month. You just put it in the bin.
Yeah, we're in the bin.
Yeah.
The ones with the docks. Those are the those are the ones.
Listen, knobhead.
It's from a video. You need to watch it. There's a guy in a bin. I think you've shown it, haven't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, out of context, that might sound weird. But listen, everybody, if we could just take a moment of silence to remember some of us with slightly larger heads have to deal with the unfortunate consequence. Oh, he moved. Crap, it ruined it. Barry was up there with his head all backwards. I was going to make a joke about how your head eventually sags when it's too big, but then he put his head up right again. Ruined it.
Well, it's funny you should say that.
I'm always going to have these head size back and forths with people because of my head size. That's I'm projecting my own insecurities.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gone. I projected too much insecurity onto him.
Oops.
Got attacked.
Oh no. Oh god.
Well, I got a few
Triffid's got a
topics I
question.
could
Go
jump
ahead,
into.
Triffid.
Go on, Triffid. Sorry, buddy. On your megaphone.
Not a question. No questions whatsoever.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Just
No
a
hot
statement.
You had
takes
your hand in
about
the air.
poo
Just a
and
statement.
cougars and
Just a
robots.
Very, very
What are you talking
nice.
about? I
Just
don't have a
dropped in
question.
from another dimension.
It's an automated system.
Oh
It just
no,
goes,
Barry.
I'm back.
Right, Bob, what are we going to do? You had a topic. Go ahead.
It was just I got a few points here, right? One of them, I don't know if you want to dabble into it, got immersed stuff
Yes.
recently, but
That's a
OpenAI
good
was
topic.
one of them, as well as we were talking about AI. Maybe just touch on that briefly. There's been a lot of hype about the new GPT-5 model and also OpenAI's new search engine that they're going to release. Which I find interesting, right? Because I
Fuck.
basically just use ChatGPT as a search engine now. So having like a place that you can go, just type in a query, and then it kind of just gives you a rolling answer without it saving it all the time and those things. Which I would use that a lot more now. It would save just having lots of crap because I'm always trying to search. I just don't use Google anymore at all now. I just thought I'd bring that up, and it's interesting to hear if any of you guys are switching over more now to using like ChatGPT or even Bing. I hear a lot of people now that are just using Bing, Copilot and stuff.
Copilot.
Yeah, and Copilot built into Windows now. They've kind of shoved that in there now as well. I'm curious to how many of you are actually just dabbling into this and
It's horrible. It drives me
Yeah.
nuts.
Sorry, go ahead, Triffid. You've got a question there, Triffid. Go ahead.
Hands up again. Hands up again. Yeah, I'm very, very
Listen, I have to
Okay,
say,
yeah, you're big on you're big on
Google is our business
ChatGPT.
daddy.
Nice, yes.
We love Google. Google is our we love you, Google. If you're listening to us,
Oh,
we love you.
Yes.
But
I'm
no,
sorry.
honestly, that sounds fucking scary, right? I'm sure there's a few Google execs right now that have just
Yep.
sheet their breeches looking and listening to this kind of stuff, right? Because that's basically their concern, right? Search business could evaporate. AI could replace.
And Microsoft and OpenAI, they're funding like a super crazy multi-billion-dollar supercomputer project that's like insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I
all
saw
going
that.
crazy now.
Take
Take
multiple
like
nuclear
nuclear power plants to power that
yeah,
thing. I'm
to
just
just
like,
to run
what
this
the
one
hell?
computer.
What the
fucking
hell? Like
crazy.
AI is gonna get crazy. Yeah, it's just exponential craziness now. You just need supercomputers. That's where all the money is, and that's why Nvidia's stock's just like just going up now. AI, it's just booming. It's insane. It's crazy
Has
times.
anyone tested the
Crazy
chat
times indeed.
RTX from NVIDIA?
No, is that basically ChatGPT that runs on their cloud infrastructure?
No,
they
it's
do
a
have an
local.
AI. It's not really fully
For the
fledged yet,
Local.
RTX
but yes, the
graphic
RTX
cards.
40 series does have an AI.
Gotcha.
generator. It's mostly frame generation.
No, I
and
haven't
stuff like
tried that. That could be pretty cool.
They say it's AI. It's mostly
Is it like
the graphics stuff.
Stable diffusion then? Is it
I don't know.
basically?
I don't know.
It
That's
sounds
why
like
I
it's
was
chat.
asking.
It's chat based. It's probably just using
Right.
because I mean, large language models typically use GPUs, right? That's how they just need that kind of power, right? So anytime you would ever want to run something locally, chances are you're going to be running something that can leverage the CUDA cores of your GPU to make that
It's all about
even
the
run
maths,
slightly
crazy
fast.
maths that's going on.
Yeah. I mean, it can
Yeah.
be done in CPU, but it's a lot slower. It's like crypto mining or something like that. It can be done, but it's just not worth it.
We haven't heard
Yeah, it's
anything
not worth
from
the power
Apple about AI yet, right? So that's coming.
Yes.
I think Apple I think Tim Apple is AI, so he's kind of he's like that meme, where you're kind of looking to the side or whatever and hoping nobody
Tim
notices.
Gates.
That's so it's going to just the whole of Apple is AI, and we'll find that out in a
So
couple of years to come.
Zuck's a cyborg. Tim Apple's AI.
Tim.
Wow! Wow!
Oh God!
Do you know Google's
Thank you, Suzuki.
CEO? Do you know who Google's CEO is?
Yes,
You probably do.
Sundar.
Is it? Oh yeah.
That's sorry, Suzuki.
It wasn't always. Just that isn't that recent or something? No.
I mean, yeah. You've got Sergey and Sergey
I'm just
and
wondering. I don't know.
what's his name? The original founders. I mean, they're still on the board, but they're just not active anymore, really.
Okay.
But yeah, does anybody like just instinctively now would go to these chat AIs over maybe a search engine now? Do you find yourselves going more over to that side of
Oh, yeah.
things and questioning and talking in there instead of Google's and whatever? Just
No.
kind of curious.
I
No?
think it's
Not yet.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
still
it's
Fair
a
enough.
yes thing with me as
search
well.
engines,
I
but
No, I'm
do
just curious.
kind
enjoy
of
the
forget that
summaries that Google shows at the top. I do like
Right.
that. I use that a lot.
Yeah. I noticed
Fair enough.
Amazon as well. I know it's not all of them. I know the Netherlands one's not like that, but the UK Amazon app on your phone is pretty good. If you're looking for reviews for things, it'll give you an AI generated summary of what all the customers have said, so you don't have to
Interesting.
read
Right.
every single one. It'll just say,
Yes,
in
it'll
general,
summarize
customers
the
like
rough.
this,
Yes.
this, and this, and yeah.
Very good. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's cool AI working in a good way there. I like that. Just
Yeah.
instinctively just working well and giving you what you want. Yeah, that's great.
I think
What
it's
was she
good if
saying there,
you've got
Faison?
like
Sorry, shoot. Let me get on megaphone.
sorry. If you've got like if you're wanting a specific thing doing, so like I used it a lot when I was applying for jobs and it was so helpful, and I saw just a random viral video on Facebook one day of this guy, shout out to Paddy, whatever it is, whatever his name is, but like he said you could use AI to do job applications, and I needed to do a lot of job applications. So you just copy and paste the job application into the job description into the thing, and then you'd copy and paste your CV in there, and it would just I don't like it helped me so much just put together a cover letter. Obviously, like it needs formatting and editing and all that kind of stuff, and you change it as you want it, but it was so
Yeah, it gives you
helpful. Like,
the rough
yeah,
starting
the
place to give you
bones,
the
yeah.
inspiration. Yeah, yeah.
For
That's good.
that, it's really helpful. And then also, like, if you're wanting to help doing reports and stuff like that, like I introduced my friend to it, and now she says she just uses AI to help her do reports and stuff. So I think,
It's
as in
gonna
not
keep getting more
study
and more
like
used. It'll end up like
work
South Park.
reports.
It'll just
Yeah,
be like that. But yeah,
yeah,
that's what we need to be careful of. But it's
it's
Yeah, the
pretty
interesting.
problem
Yes,
is
helpful.
it's not.
problem is if you have a work like I do, I cannot put data into a open chat AI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah,
same. Yeah, I wouldn't put like everything in there, but you could anonymize things and again get the bones. But I think it's the whole work smarter not harder argument. Like if you've got this thing here that's going to help you filter out what you need and format things really easy at the touch of a button, then like why not use it?
Amen. Yeah.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
the argument of should I stay on paper or should I use Microsoft Excel? Should I continue to do things by hand and draw stuff or should I embrace Photoshop? Should I write all of my code in Notepad or should I have a full-blown IDE that has AI that just writes the code for me? It's
Yeah, everything's got
it's
its place.
yeah, it's a tool.
Mm.
It's a tool that needs to be used in the modern
Yeah.
landscape, right? It's something that I think you
Used
kind of
right
have to embrace.
with a little bit of consideration. Yeah, I think where
Well,
it's a
occasionally
slippery slope is
abused.
just Yeah.
Sometimes I see, developers and they just whack keys so quickly. Stuff's coming in and out. They're deleting things. Who cares? I don't care about your ideas, AI. Screw you. This is my idea. And then, it's crazy. They abuse the shit out of it. Sometimes I see people just, creating folders aggressively. Jesus. Oh, look at this. You can slide around the table on your hands if you do it smartly enough. Isn't that fun?
Let's take a moment to slide around the tables, guys. Okay.
Let's
This
take
is the slide
it's a
around
moment of
the-
silence.
So, what was it
to
last
really
time?
get
We
to
were
know
all
ourselves.
jumping on the tables or under the tables. Now it's slide around on your
Oh yeah,
hands
that's
or on
right.
the edge of
That's
the
right. We forgot about that. We're going to get everybody. Feel free to help yourself to your nearest outlet underneath the table. You can all get a good
and absorb
sniff.
the pink.
You want to get a good, nice flavor in there. Just wash it around. Let it just embrace your senses. Jump in.
Basically, I haven't seen.
Sebek was
Um,
there
We gotta
the whole
share.
time,
Oh,
absorbing it all.
we gotta share.
A bit like tea.
Drink it all, man. Don't drink it all.
And we got a
No,
call.
I didn't.
Oh god. Yeah, it's
It's like the drink
yeah,
I
it's
make. I got this sugary
life
powder stuff that
juice.
I mix with water, and it
That's
looks
right.
exactly like this.
It's called cocaina.
Yes.
Sugary powder stuff. Oh my god, it smells amazing.
No, it's like sherbet. I promise. Some guy brought it in big bags in
It
cling
always
film.
goes down smooth. Oh, you didn't tell me it was like sherbet. Oh, I forgot to
They
take
had
the one that you
they
meant to
had
give me
guns for some
earlier.
reason.
Eileen is here.
I would say that what you were talking about the was it talking to
What is it
AI
gonna be?
assistants?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Almost crashed.
It's okay.
Come on, Lee.
So
You're here.
Monday,
You're back with us.
yeah, Monday, OpenAI is going to have an event, and I
Yes.
think they're going to may release a assistant, AI assistant.
Ooh. So basically, Siri, Google Assistant, all of that just dead overnight.
So that's
Maybe
interesting
gone.
Wow.
Maybe.
they said it wasn't going to be about GPT-5 or the search thing. Sam
Right.
said. So yeah,
I
that's
think we might try and
interesting.
stream that event in here on Monday if anybody's interested. Faye, I don't know if
yeah, that'd
Aline
be
was
nice.
talking to you about
Sounds
that, but
great.
yeah, might set up a little stream for it. Why not? It's definitely going
do
to
it.
be
I
would throw my
interesting
money at it.
topic.
Will this
Yeah.
be like a free thing or like a plus thing?
Just take it.
Do you reckon?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. I mean, there's a lot of speculation, but
Yeah,
from
I reckon it'll be free.
I've just about watched every Sam Altman interview on YouTube. And he talked a lot about voice, having like a,
Talkative.
Speech to
conversation.
speech.
yeah.
Natural conversation. Yeah, that's cool. I do like what they've done now because they've allowed multi-conversational referencing. So the GPT now will go through. If you choose to, you can disable it if you want, but you can have a conversation in there, and then it can pick up on other things and other conversations that you've had previously now. So it's not as dumb as just that one section when you don't have to repeat. Hello, Shane. How's it going?
Sorry.
No, I reckon it's. Get on board. I was gonna get you take my hand. I was gonna whip you around there.
Take my hand.
There we go. Beautiful.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, I'm sliding with you. That's interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
relativity,
oh no,
guys.
that's fun.
Beautiful. But yeah, interesting. Yeah. What else was it as well? They've already got that. If you guys are not already aware, there's already a kind of chat bot that you can make yourself as well. You can kind of give it a massive set of instructions, and then it follows those rules. Then, so you can make all kinds of crazy stuff in there. And it's honestly, I've not dabbled into it too much, but what I've done recently, well, not recently, but a while ago, was I made like a side quest support bot. So I just fed it everything that I knew, everything, and then I would then talk to it then as if I had problems, and then it would talk to me back and help me with the problems based on all of this information that I gave it before, and then gave it places that it could also reference, and it would do all of that for you. So yeah, sounds like I'm shilling OpenAI right now, but Yeah, there's some cool stuff there. There's some really cool stuff.
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah, yeah, it is
Yeah,
impressive. It is impressive where it's all going.
it's impressive and is probably considered a serious threat to a number of very large tech companies right now. And it's weird. Uh, you've got these kind of conflicting interests where some people are trying to slow things down, but they're only really trying to slow things down because they have no hope of catching up in the short term. So they want to
Yeah.
stop the fucking leader from getting too far ahead, so that they can have a chance to kind of catch up. I think anyway. But yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
here's
but
another
this
little
is
thing.
like, you know, the tech bubble in the year 2000, and now we have the AI bubble, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. The AI revolution.
Mhm.
It's going to drastically change pretty much everything we do digitally, I would say.
And more
But
too. It's
air.
gonna transfer through other stuff. So here's another little thing. Google's DeepMind recently well, basically the potential of it accelerating discoveries in genetics and molecular biology. So basically, what's it called? Something fold.
Guys, I should point out,
AlphaFold.
Bob
That's
goes
it.
to a lot of effort. He has
Yeah,
he
I
has
really try.
reams of notes. He's got a whole studio set up here with various different
Who is
cards and
Cyrus? A
stuff
real
to
human
prompt him.
actually joined the
He's got
space.
all the info.
Now
Honestly, I
everyone
just
acts
come
like
in
human.
and
This
I
is
just
just reference.
freeball it. I'm not even wearing
These are
trousers, and he's
these are
got
only
it
here
sorted.
as like fillers, kind
Is
of
he the
just
one with all the
to put
folders?
the
Yeah.
to bring out to get the
Yeah.
juices flowing, right? To get the people's brains
Mm.
going. But yeah, anyway,
Anytime he looks up like
AlphaFold,
that,
right?
that's what he's doing.
That's me. That's me. So okay. So what I can do then? Okay, I'm gonna go even smarter now. I'm gonna open up my remote desktop app, and I'm gonna look at my desktop from inside here now. So my hands are gonna look weird, but I can still see the screen. There you go. But
Yeah, so
anyway,
now when his hands go like that, that's when he's doing.
Fuck's sake. So, if any of you have had a PlayStation 3 on there, you had the facility to donate your idle time to allow folding of proteins, and you could see this happening on the screen. It was crazy. I would let my
Oh, the AlphaFold.
I never use my PlayStation, but I would just use it. I would just leave it on, turn it on, just leave it folding, just forever, just leave it to fold, whatever. But now with AI and what Google's doing now, you can exponentially increase the simulations needed to generate these new protein folds. So that's where this is all going to help for biology, which is, it's crazy that artificial intelligence is, transcending digital. It's helping biological things and even scientific things with physics and stuff in the future. So yeah.
And they start with proteins, and eventually they work their way up to trousers. We'll eventually be able to fold trousers.
Did anyone see the episode of The Big Bang Theory where they had like the robot and they had it where people could control their lights and everything from like different countries? Did anyone see that episode or remember that episode?
I did.
Oh
They
my
did the round
gosh.
trip, and they would wait for the message to come
Yeah.
back to turn off their light. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's actually pretty basic. I mean, that's kind of one of the fundamentals that makes the internet work. Here, all of us are right now, from all different corners of the world, and basically together in a room. That's kind of an obscene version of, I guess, what they're talking about there. But yeah, I mean, most people don't realize that's what happens when the internet works. It's data spinning around the planet at nearly the speed of light to make all of this. To give us all of the enjoyment of seeing Proxide jump up and down on that table. Like he's like a kid at Christmas, and we wouldn't know that. We wouldn't be able to experience that.
We are in good times,
And
though.
what's funny is if you take a look underneath that table, there's something special written on it. It says, "It takes a lot to make us do," and then we all just devolve into madness.
I don't see too many cooks under there.
Oh no!
You got to look closer. You've really got to try. There's a little
Closelier.
It's not there, guys.
Well, while you're down there, Cyrus, take a little.
Slurp of the juice.
Yeah, it's the life juice. It's the balancing juice. It will balance your juice
Does
needs.
anybody here use immersed by any chance?
Oh yeah.
What did you say?
Immersed?
I have
Immersed.
used it. I've tried it and lost interest very quickly. What isn't good, in my opinion?
Oh boy.
Immersed is like virtual desktop, right? But it's not PC VR. It's like virtual desktop used to be when you would get it on Steam, in that it can show you your desktops inside of your headset. But it goes further than that, right? You can
Yeah.
see multiple
You can
desktops,
have
virtual
multiple
desktops,
yeah.
physical desktops, all that kind of stuff.
And you can have a virtual cam there as well. Sorry.
Yeah, as far as I know, Windows can basically just put individual windows onto their own streams, if you will. So it kind of treats that as if they're virtual
Oh, I
monitors.
see. Okay, it uses that. Yeah. So remember before you had to actually have like an adapter for like tricking it to think that you had a second monitor or a third monitor or whatnot.
Yes, a little HDMI fake plug.
Yeah.
It's even silly now then. So if you've heard what's going on recently, so the app's been changed drastically. So before, you could just see your monitors even if they were plugged in. But now, to be able to see the monitors virtually, you have to unplug them physically to make them virtual monitors. So people are now having to make all these hacky solutions, right? So that people are putting the HDMI cables into USB hubs or into HDMI hubs, and they're putting magnetic connectors onto the power lead to be able to pull out the thing quickly and putting them into HDMI splitters and changing the channels.
Low
They're having to buy
Sapphire
all
has
this extra
glitched
crap
into
now
the
just because of
Matrix.
this update. And yeah, they've been blocking a lot of people on Twitter and anybody even bringing any of this information to light.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like,
been
right, screw
nasty.
that, you guys. We're just gonna do this. We don't care if you don't like it. If anybody talks about it, you're banned. You're instantly banned. And it's not a great way to approach things, and especially
what a open community.
when yours is a paid
Yeah.
product, right? A lot of these people are paying $100+ a year to access this, and then they're just being told, well, screw you, we're breaking it on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah,
Well, I don't really
I
get.
It's horrible.
If these
Go on,
people
Lisa.
have got multiple monitors anyway, why are they using immersed?
You can make them scalable.
Why don't they
right? You
just
can have
take
them
the
bigger.
headset off and look at the monitors instead of putting a headset on and looking at
Yeah, no,
virtual
but you can have extra monitors as well as the ones that are already in
because
there.
they can do pass through, Lisa, and then they can see the real world around the monitors, and then the real world is like flickery and grainy.
Don't try to do
They
it on the
love the
Quest 2.
grainy.
It makes sense. We promise.
Exactly. Do it more on the Quest 2. That's what you want. More grain.
Yeah, black and
More.
white monitors.
Black
Got
and
it.
white, grainy as shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
it. Yeah, it's like your monitors are good, but the rest of the world is just in the 60s.
Well, the real world is too good of graphics anyway. It's a nice
That's true.
hack to downgrade.
I have a
the-
T-shirt that validates what
world.
you've just said.
Yes.
I've heard similar things.
Okay,
Actually,
we're
I'm
on
wearing
a
it,
minute
but none of
now.
you guys can tell.
That,
Oh yeah,
that's
final
quite
words on
sobering.
immersed. Okay, yeah,
Oh
let's
boy.
everybody push
The
Joseki
visor.
out into the
I
void.
think the visor is
Let's
not
do it.
going to come out ever.
Come on.
That's my hot
Come
take.
on.
dear.
Let's push him. Let's push him.
Pick on the guy. Pick on the guy.
Take man, child. Come on. And we have to jump with him, you guys. Oh,
Oh, I'm stuck.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here with you, Sasaki.
who's up there? Who's up there? Is that Zeppi? Somebody's gone
There you
flying.
go. Thank you guys. That was Tech Waffle for this week. Appreciate
Tech
you
Waffle
being here, waffling.
2024. Yeah. Summer 2024. Am I right?
I didn't say episode this time.
That is a big raccoon. Holy shit.
The attack of the
Oh.
raccoon.
And there you have it, Echo.
Oh, I love the
Thing I
eyes.
was talking
Or
about.
the arms. The arms have got a certain.
You're
Oh,
muted,
the crouch is endearing. Endearing.
It looks like it's
kind of like
a roadkill raccoon.
Oh my god.
Give us a wave.
There's something wrong with your arm.
It's broken.
Wave at us.
Wave at us.
Wait.
It's like half the arm is part of the hand. That's great.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
He broke his own wrist just to wave to us, you guys. What a raccoon.
It's very
He's a
immersive
good
though. You can
sport.
see your own nose with it if you have it on.
Oh, that's perfect for you know. That's great.
Okay.
Nice. Well, that's us, folks. Thank you for coming. What have we got coming up? 28 minutes from now, there's a trivia watch party. And about an hour from now, we've got Space Hopper. So, there's loads of stuff coming up tonight. In 3 hours, you've got K-Tuck's Cult Karaoke. You've got Coffee and Chat in about 5 hours. You can jump into the Speaker's Corner in 2 hours. Comedy Courtroom Clash in 7 hours from now. That is late.
fun
But
time,
I'm
that
trying to
there.
make that. If I can possibly stay awake.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and
I think we're doing the can of banter is on the Space Hoppers today, right, Faye? You know this. I think that's.
You can hear my D&D dice.
Sure, that's D&D dice, and it's definitely
actually
not
is.
the sound of you masturbating.
I would be concerned if it